Relative, I'm sure, and global market strategist Uri Mann is with us as well from beautiful sunny Florida. Start with something we've been talking about a lot this year, and that is, of course, the housing market, which is still in the dumpers. Well, Uri, you're in Florida. What a real estate mess you've got.
Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, we look at the real estate market all the time, and there's no way it's going to stabilize in 2011. I see only disaster ahead of us in the real estate markets. We expect more than 2 million more additional homes to be foreclosed on and thrown into the market in the coming year. And until these stupid banks get their acts together and stop foreclosures, and until our politicians come up with a real plan that turns around the real estate market, there's no way it's not going to continue to deteriorate. I have some realistic ideas to fix the real estate market, but you know, I've tried to call some of the legislators and economists, including Larry Summers and Geithner. They don't take my calls. Unfortunately, our politicians are kind of locked in their narrow-minded boxes, thinking they can't think outside the box, and nobody's addressing the real issue. Foreclosures is really the underlying problem.
It really is, and of course the wealth effect has an effect upon the overall economy. Another story, interesting one, Chris Liu is his name. He was the Patriot Pilot, the pilot who posted those videos on the YouTube showing that, well, a lack of security at San Francisco International, and he defended his videos, saying that the videos showed a lapse of security. And as there's that old saying, in fact, it's been in New York for a long time, if you see something, say something. He said something. Now they came to his house. They took his firearm away. It looked like the big thug boot of government said, "How dare you criticize us?"
Yeah, but he didn't quite say something. He filmed something and put it on YouTube and said, "Oh, I didn't know anyone really watched YouTube these days. Where does he live under a rock?" Look, as much as he wants to be the Julian Assange of the airports, you can't do that stuff when you're a pilot. They're under very, very strict rules. My brother's a pilot. You can't go around filming everything you see is wrong and then put it on the internet. I can. Sure, I'm a private citizen.
Tom, I completely disagree with your other guest. I mean, you know, the reality is this guy is a hero. Don't forget, he's on the front line. He's getting into that aircraft every day, and he's responsible for the safety of his passengers. It's a good thing that he's filming these things, and the TSA is learning from their mistakes by people like him who point the mistakes out.
Yeah, but it goes back to it goes back to what you said about housing. They're coming out with their rules from Homeland Security and saying, these are the rules, and they're in effect, and we're not, Janet Napolitano said, we're not going to change them in the foreseeable future. Wouldn't you think they would say, Brian Sullivan, thank you, Mr. Pilot, for showing us the problems?
Here's a quick anecdote. I got off a plane. I landed. I was getting off the plane. I get out. There's an A380, that double-decker. It's brand new. I thought, this is awesome. I tried to take a picture through the glass after just walking off of my flight, not boarding. I was nearly arrested for trying to take a picture of a plane, even though I tried to explain to the guard, I'm getting off the plane. Like, I'm leaving the airport. I'm not getting on my plane. I'm just kind of like you are, an aviation geek.
You do look a little suspicious.
Yeah, I look a little suspicious, right? So, you know, there's the kind of stuff that we're dealing with. Over 50,000 TSA employees. Their annual budget is nearly $8 billion, right? Many of these folks might get unionized. We're looking at another pension crisis perhaps down the road with the TSA workers. You know what? And no offense to them, they're good men and women. It's not like I'm feeling a lot safer.
See, I think they know about those other security lapses, which are the back door, the basement door, the side door, and they're guarding the front door. But we need to move on. We've got this, you're about this Loco. It's a popular, caffeinated, alcoholic drink, popular with the college crowd, and the feds have decided that the combination of caffeine and alcohol is a public health concern. And so they're banning this thing. And, of course, when they ban it, now all the kids want to buy it. It's like prohibition. Uri? What do you, I mean, is this,
Tom,
is this what you do?
Let me weigh on this. This is unbelievable. First of all, Senator Chuck Schumer is behind this. You know, anytime he gets behind an idea, you know it's a bad one. I mean, the sky is falling on the American economy. We're at war. People are losing their homes. We're in a crisis. And he has time to focus on a drink? I mean, come on. This is really pathetic. I mean, the guy has no clue. And tonight, when I get home, I'm going to pick up Red Bull and vodka and toast to him leaving office next term.
Brian.
You know, listen.
I mean, people have been mixing this stuff for a long time.
I know. I
Red Bull.
And I am mixed about this, okay? I understand Uri's point. I understand it's sort of that, you know, let's monitor everything. And we got a lot of bigger problems in this country still. You look at the cans. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a dad now. But listen, having been in a fraternity at college, there is no limit to the idiocy of teenagers these days. myself included years ago. You're right. You're gonna find something to do. But if you look at the can, you guys had the video. I mean, it doesn't look like booze. So, you know, you can get people stuck.
Well, they know.
I don't know. I could see both sides.
I mean, you know.
They know exactly what they're getting into. I mean, with anything, if you sit there and drink Drano over and over, you're going to kill yourself. These kids Ober and Vibe, but that's their choice. If they want to be educated on it, great. I'm with Yuri.
Should it be banned?
No, it shouldn't be banned. We've had these products, as you mentioned, on the market for a very, very long time. This is just the big hand of government getting in to make choices for individuals. But really, this is Schumer. So I agree with Yuri. He's in the Bloomberg wagon. Yeah. Bloomberg's worried about sodium in our soup. He doesn't even want salt on our street, clearly, out here in New York. He hasn't cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. All right, Andrea Tanteros.
Tom, maybe Schumer is representing Pepsi or Coca-Cola in their fight to dominate the market.
You are suspecting something.
It doesn't make sense, you know.
Uri, man, thank you very much. And, of course, Brian Sullivan, thanks very, very much.
Your chance to win at Comment Roulette is coming up after the break. Stay tuned for more of The Tom Sullivan Show on the Fox Business Network.